This week's vlog is all about designing the perfect layout for your build.
By the end of this video, you guys are gonna see how our layout is exactly for when we're building it.
And why it's so important to know all of these things before you start building and getting too deep in the process to make changes.
So make sure you have a couple components because you'll be putting them down.
Before we can show you the layout, we need a floor to show you it on.
Let's get the subfloor down, baby.
Let's do it! We're also digging into the Havelock wool, which is the sponsor of today's video. We're super excited to try out this product, as well as our SureCall cell phone booster. But unfortunately, not everything goes to plan.
Yeah, we got a problem.
Turns out laying a floor is a lot more complicated than we thought, but don't worry guys, by the end of today's video, you will know exactly what our van is gonna look like.
F&A van life, F&A van life, we're here to stay. We're here to stay.
We did something crazy to the van last night.
Yeah, you guys ready to see it?
Ah!
Here we go.
4, 3, 2, yeah.
Oh my goodness! Everybody's up in here.
So everybody's gonna live in here with us while we travel. It's kind of crazy, like, we literally have a ton of people's names in here, so if those people can't travel, they're gonna feel like they're traveling.
How freaking fun!
We're gonna be doing epic shit the whole time. We're gonna have no regrets while we do it.
We gotta thank everybody who participated in this live chat. It was so much fun to hang out with you guys and paint all your names in here, and we're super pumped for you to come traveling with us.
I'll be honest, I forgot about this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, when we opened the door, I was like, whoa!
You're like, why is she making a big
I
deal?
almost don't even want to put up the walls.
I know. Well, we have to, but
Yeah.
it looked really cool, and we're super excited that we could do this with you guys. So much fun. So now we've got to get to laying the subfloor.
Let's lay it down, lay it down. Let's lay it down, lay it down.
I hear the squeaking. All right, let's do it. Okay, so like Frankie said, the first step is gonna be laying our subfloor.
It's pretty simple. Measure out across widthways each one of the boards, and you're gonna cut them to those specific lengths. You wanna have them 16 inches apart, so let's show you how it lays out once you have it all cut.
We did all the cutting and measuring yesterday, and then took the boards back to the lanai to have them like treated. We treated them with a waterproofing coating. I don't know if this is really necessary, but it felt like the right thing to do, so we did it.
If you guys are wondering where Paco at, right now he's with Grammy Sue. She's spoiling him. She's taking him for a nice long walk, as well as she's going to pick him up a bunch of toys. This guy, I mean, legit spoiling her granddog. He's so happy. To stick the floor to the ground, we don't want to drill into the actual floor. So what we're going to do is going to use this liquid nail. It actually dries really quick. It dries in 15 minutes. Get all your boards ready, put it down, then lay heavy stuff on top of that subfloor. That way it holds it all down and it really sticks good. And then after that, we'll be able to lay our actual subfloor on top of these little strips. And then we'll drill into the strips themselves. That way we're not going through the van. And then you have a perfectly floating floor. One piece down. Now for all the rest.
Okay, we have all of our planks down with the liquid nail. Now we need to go pick up some plywood to do the subfloor.
So Alex is sitting in the back, right back there. Me and Mom are in the front. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take it slow and steady. All right, we'll see you guys in a few. All right, another trip to the Home Depot.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
It means the pot of our giveaway just got $10 bigger.
Oh, snap.
We're not telling you guys how many trips we're making or what trip number this is anymore because you gotta guess. So be sure to go down the links below. You could win a huge amount of money because we're here every freaking day.
We're here quite often.
Yeah. So be sure to get your guess in. Grandma's gonna take Paco over to the dollar store. We're gonna get some wood and some things to finish up our floor. Frankie's gotta get a cart. Let's do it.
One day in, one day out, on top then you're down. The highs and the lows keep swirling. Walk these streets like you're beat, then rise up to meet the break that you need. It's coming, just hold on.
Show off. All right, so we have our 4 planks that's gonna make up our subfloor.
No. This is our break dance floor, everybody.
We're ready for the party. Yesterday, we made a super fancy template with construction paper inside the van. So we're gonna roll that out here, trace it out, and then get the jigsaw going. It's gotten really cold out here. I feel like I need a sweater.
That's because of the ice cream, and then now you're standing in the
Ice
shade.
cream and shade. It'll get you every time. It doesn't really matter if it's all the way perfect because it is just the subfloor. The flooring that we put on top obviously matters most.
So those ones will take our time, cut them very precisely, and go from there. This is just like, let's get it done, get it in there so we can start working on the more precise stuff.
And we're really excited. So we're not actually putting these down right now. We're just fitting them all into place. But tomorrow we're gonna get our Havelock wool going.
Get our Havelock wool on, Havelock wool on, Havelock wool on. Ooh, we're gonna make some pillows probably out of it too.
I don't know how much more of this you're gonna cut, but we're gonna try to get all the pieces of subfloor cut at least so tomorrow we can just get her going.
What's that? Ferris Bueller?
I think so.
Ferris Bueller?
The subfloor fit perfectly. The template was such a good idea and it made it so easy to cut out. Now actually we have to remove all of these pieces now that we know that we fit, and we're going to insulate. So we're finally gonna get into our Havelock wool.
Super excited that we have this down packed. I'm ready to put Havelock wool in. I'm ready to get the experience of Havelock wool because I have not yet touched it or felt what it feels like, you know, and I'm really excited to not have any chemicals behind my walls, so I think that's really cool. And what I think is really interesting about it is it's also a vapor barrier, so we don't have to worry about putting any Reflectic or anything over that. You can still put it there if you want, but I think we're just going directly with that Havelock wool. Honestly, I'm so excited because this like really makes you feel like you're getting ready for like the big build part.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like this is like
It's
you
like
have
finally
a floor,
starting to come together.
and it's like you can start to see where everything is gonna go. Like we know like the bed and the I don't want to give too much information, I guess. All the good things are happening.
Okay, so we opened up the Havelock wool. It comes in these really handy sheets. So each sheet is basically a layer of insulation.
Is each sheet 1 inch?
Yes, I think so. That's basically 1 inch.
So what
Each-
R rating would that be?
Well, let me tell you, Frank.
Okay,
So
thank you.
each 1 inch piece is 3.6 R rating, and then if you put 2 together, it becomes 7 R rating. Basically, what we're gonna do is measure out the spaces on the floor between, and then we're just gonna use scissors to cut it to the appropriate, easy peasy. Definitely way easier than the freaking foam boards that we used last time.
This is simple to cut, and like with the foam boards you gotta like really fight with it and you're trying to go really hard. Actually, we probably have some video of that. Maybe we could throw some of that in
so
here.
Bad.
Oh, it was a big old one. Yo, come on. Yeah, good job. It smells nice in my opinion.
Yeah, people are like, oh, it smells like a barn, but honestly,
I like
it's
the
not that
wool
bad.
smell. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very natural.
And any smell that it does have, as soon as you put the wood over it, it's
never
gonna
gonna
be
smell it
gone.
again.
You'll never smell it
Yeah,
again.
it makes it to where that you don't have to worry about moisture getting on your wood. It actually takes it on itself, which is great.
Oh, tell me,
what was
Mom,
that,
where is
Mom?
it?
It's made in the USA.
Nice. Oh, we got a
Special guest today. My
Yes.
mom is here to help us today. She got her scissors. She's ready to go.
All right,
Alex?
let's do it.
ready?
Hey, Frank.
Yes,
Look at me and your mom working so hard, and look at you just standing there with the camera.
I mean, I'm working hard too. I'm filming the whole thing, so you know, I'm doing my thing. You know? I just cut all the wood for in here too, so you know, we all got our jobs. We all got our tasks. Paco, what's your task?
Oh, Paco approved.
Paco is loving the Havelock wool. He's like, doesn't want to get off of it, which makes it a little bit hard to cut. What's one thing that I've noticed, I'm actually allergic to all things barnyard. Like whenever I get near a bunch of animals, I get super wheezy and like can't breathe properly. This isn't bothering me at all.
Which is actually wonderful.
It's wonderful, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm really allergic to hay. So there's no hay involved here.
So guys, if you see her on the street, do not say, hey, she'll break out everywhere. You know, nah, just messing.
Sorry, Paco, we're gonna have to cover up your super sweet chill spot. So we've got 2 updates. The first is really awesome. Havelock wool is freaking amazing.
Yes, it is. You can get it in every single crevice. I mean, way more than we were able to insulate the last van.
I'm literally insulating places that I never even would have thought of insulating.
And realistically, the last van was very insulated and super warm, so I can only imagine how this one's going to be in the
It's gonna be
wintertime.
nice.
The second update
Not
is...
so good.
Yeah, we got a problem. We have to lift up the whole entire subfloor again,
Yeah.
because the liquid nail that we used wasn't properly put down, in the sense
Well,
that we didn't have enough weight on each
And I don't think we
individual
left
spot.
enough time for it to dry.
Yeah.
So what our buddy Aimless Travels just told us is that what we really need to do, it'll be better now though because we have the whole floorboard.
Yeah, we
so
could-
we can put the floorboards down and then weight the shit
each
out of
area.
those floorboards. He was literally like, go buy like 12 cinder blocks.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we could buy those cinder blocks and then bring them back right
Return
after.
them immediately.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We used them for one thing and then
Yeah.
that was it.
We just
Maybe.
need them for weight.
I mean, yeah. So we are gonna go back to the hardware store today. We thought that maybe we wouldn't need to, but that's good news for you because it means that we're adding money to the pot for our Home Depot giveaway.
And if you guys don't know what the giveaway is, you could go look in the link in the description below, and it will give you all the details on how you can enter to win up to $1,000.
So much money.
A lot of money. A lot of money.
So we're gonna go spend some money, and you could be earning some money by going and clicking on that link.
All right.
Okay.
Let's all get some done. You know what I'm saying? You guys click on the link. We're going to the store.
Okay,
We'll see you
sounds
in a
good.
minute.
So we got our weights and we got the extreme liquid nail. We are gonna take the boards out for like the 100th time?
The
Is
third.
this the like 4 millionth time that we've taken the boards out?
It's only like the third or the fourth time.
Well, we're basically experts at it. So we're gonna take it out. We're gonna start over again.
She's waving a cock around. She got me right in the chin. She got both of us.
All right, guys, we're losing our minds. We're gonna put some music on. We're gonna have some fun with this, and we want to get it all done tonight so that it can sit for at least 24
No,
to
we're gonna do it
48
for
hours.
48.
Yeah. So, but the good news is we'll still be able to walk on it.
Yeah.
Like we can still be in here and do stuff. We just won't be able to finish the floor for 48 hours. Hey, be careful with my wool.
Well, I mean, you be careful with your cock. I mean, cook? How do you say it now? I'm so cook.
All right, guys, let's get after it. It's a new day here at the van build. Frankie's dancing with Paco. Paco doesn't seem to be returning the,
You know, I was trying to dance battle him, but he just wasn't into it.
so I guess
Paco,
he won.
Paco, you ready? Nothing. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do. Oh. He just sat down. I don't know that move.
In the beginning of last week's vlogs, we talked about our banging internet system, and then the deck just took so long that we didn't have time to like do anything about it. So today we're gonna try to install our 2 services for internet.
One is ShoreCall, which is a company that we reached out to, and we're going to be using their product. We'll let you guys know exactly how it works for us.
Yeah, so that's the cell phone booster.
Yeah, it's cell phone
And then
booster.
the other one is a Wi-Fi maker.
Aimless Travels has a similar setup as this, and so does Crown and Style.
Yeah,
and they
Crown and
both,
Style is the ones who told us about this specific one.
Yeah, and they both had service out in the middle of nowhere in the at the Wolfpack Roundup, where nobody
No
else
one
had
had
service,
any.
but they did.
Frank and I have just been in here gabbing and jabbering for the longest time about where stuff is gonna go. This is why it's important to know your layout and where all the pieces are. We wanna tape the floor out, but there's so much shit on the floor right now that we can't. We're just making our best guesstimates as to where things are so that we can figure out where these components need to be because they have to live in their own little like ventilated areas. It's all very complicated. So right now Frankie is running the line for the SureCall cell phone booster to see if we can mount the component right in the front. So this is why we're figuring out wiring and electrical right now too, because both of these components need some juice to them. So we want to run all the wiring before we finish with the Havelock wool so that we can kind of insulate the wiring into the walls with the Havelock wool. That will also help protect the lines from rubbing out on the metal pieces. Never like a good rub out.
You might want a good rub, but not a rub out. Rub outs are no-nos. We've decided on the first location for the SureCall cell phone booster. Drill a hole in the space that we want to bring it through, and then we're gonna fit this right here, is gonna fit inside the van, and then this gasket right here is gonna seal it by putting this little piece on the inside of the van and pulling it together to create that rubber seal on the roof itself. The line is gonna come through this little hole, and then this little hole tightens down to where there's a rubber sealant in there as well, a gasket that's gonna seal that hole fully.
We absolutely love the SureCall booster and want to give you all the tech specs about it, but we know that not everybody who watches the vlog is here for that. So we're going to make tech-specific videos for all of the really intricate stuff in the build over on our other channel, This Van Girl, That Van Guy. So if you're into that kind of stuff, be sure to go subscribe.
It's
a beautiful morning, and if the camera shuts off again when I sing, I'm going to take it personally. Oh, okay. So our first mission for today is to kind of move things out of the van and test if the floor is dry yet. Is it a beautiful morning, Frank?
It's a beautiful morning. Oh, I wish we could step outside and play. Instead, we're working on a van. There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say no play till van's done. Ooh, this is bad. This is bad. Take the camera, Frank.
That's what you decided to do. You got it?
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
You know, I'm so helpful.
I appreciate it. And then I gotta remove all this.
I did my one. I do one, Frank does 100. It's the rules.
I still love this.
I know.
I almost
so cool.
don't want to close up the walls.
We can paint on out. Maybe we'll find ways to like artistically add some of them to the actual finished product.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so this little bit right here actually drills in and makes a little bevel into the wood. That way when we put the main screw in, it just goes directly in and sits flush.
Sinks it.
It sinks it. Here we go.
So now, the moment of truth is upon us.
What happened last time is when I drilled this in, it just literally popped right back up. So, let me get one of those guys.
So last time we waited about 12 hours. This time we made it about 36. So let's see. What do you think?
You know, I'm thinking.
Do you think we need to leave it a little bit longer?
Well, the only way we're gonna find out is when we take all this stuff off and see if it actually flexes back up. Yeah. So what I would like to do actually is where those two bricks are right here. I want to do that area because this is the area where it definitely popped up.
So the outsides are definitely dry. I put a lot of caulk in here.
Like, yeah. It feels a bit tighter now. Yeah, it feels much better.
That sandwich. I think it might be working. So that means that we can take all of the weight out of here. We'll leave the cinder blocks because we're just gonna drive them back to the store and return them. In terms of all of like our random stuff, we can get out of here and then we can actually walk around and do the electrical because it was way too tight in here yesterday. We were falling all over the place. So is Frank happy?
Yes, I'm very happy. I think that...
You look so happy.
Yes, I'm very happy. I love the fact that it is staying down when we drill in those screws, because otherwise we're going to have a floor that's like wonky, and we don't want that. We want to put our main floor on top of this, and we want it to be nice and smooth and level all the way through. I think once we have the floor all the way down and it's solid...
We're going to tell you guys our layout.
We're going to tape the layout out, and you guys are going to see the layout. Exciting, exciting, exciting!
Super excited to tell you guys what our plans are. Okay, so first we just gotta do a bunch of work, and then we'll get to it.
Lots of screw.
Hey, guess what? Our subfloor is finished, subfloor is finished. It looks so good and it's not squeaking at all. It's so good, it's so good. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's next, Frank?
I don't know.
The time has come to let you in on our layout. Let's take you on a van tour.
Yeah, show them around, babe.
Okay, welcome to my crib. Maybe we'll start from the outside.
Okay.
So when you first walk into the tiny home, this is gonna be a little bench seat that's holding our way that we're gonna be making hot water inside of the van. So this is gonna provide hot water to both our indoor, outdoor showers and the sink.
This right here is a base camp heater, and also has this little handy dandy little guy that comes out right here, and you can actually clean your dishes with it as well, and you can take water from anywhere.
Yeah, so it does have, we're gonna directly plumb it into our system, but if we wanted, we could put a bucket of water outside, and there's a little pump in here, so it could pump that water up from the bucket of lake water or whatever. Over on this side, we're gonna have a kind of bench seat lounge couch. So underneath of the couch, when you open it up, half is gonna be a toilet,
Right in this area here.
and then this is gonna be our shower.
We found the thinnest pan you could find.
Just like last time, it's gonna have a shower curtain that comes up and links to the ceiling, and then we'll use the shower head from the base camp heater, which is right
Which
there.
is right directly here to come out and be able to shower with it.
Perfect.
Nice.
Moving along the driver's side, we're gonna have a nice countertop for working, prep work, standing desk, things like that. We also have our Iceco fridge that's gonna roll out into the middle to open up over here. Then I think we're gonna have room for a drawer on top of it. And then this is gonna be a door. So you can open this door, and then we'll have stacked shelves with drawers that you could pull out of it. This will probably be our main clothing storage area. Kind of just like we had in Lolo. Very handy and effective.
In the back here, we're going to have a step up here. There's going to be a step up about 6 inches tall, which is going to enclose this tank underneath it. And above the tank, we're going to have a bench seat on this side, that like a U-shaped couch. Everything's going to be enclosed inside. Battery banks on this side here. We're going to have all of our electrical set up, hopefully just over top right here. When you lift up the couch bench, you'll be able to see all of our electrical components right here. So we'll make some type of vent going in and out, that way air could move freely. Then we have our 40-gallon freshwater tank. That's going to be plumbed going outside the van right there, and that way we can fill up from outside without opening up the doors at all. Above this here, right, in this whole back area, right about my waist will most likely be where our bed is, and that bed is going to be able to rise all the way up and also come back down. And then we have the skylight to be able to look out at night and see the stars, be able to open it up for nice fresh air. On this side here, we're going to have a diesel heater that's going to be at the base of the floor here, and I'm going to pipe it out where it goes both on this side and that side. That way we evenly heat the space. Last time we realized having the heater in the very front was it didn't serve its full purpose.
So over on this side, obviously we have our bench seat right at the door, but then we're gonna have another countertop area that'll be the sink and the built-in cooktop. The cooktop is also running on propane, so it's gonna take its propane from the same tank as the water heater. So that's why everything is on this side. So the water heater, the sink, and the propane cooktop are all being powered by this base camp heater. So it'll be really nice to have a small 2.5 gallon propane tank that we can kind of tap on and tap off. And obviously we're gonna have things like propane alarms and carbon monoxide alarms. Every van needs to have one of those. There's gonna be so many other like intricate details. I think we're gonna have a top cabinet here. And we've been discussing whether or not we also want like a really low profile top cabinet on this side, just for extra storage. Our SureCall booster is going to be mounted on this side, and then our other internet provider is going to be located on this side, so we need to have access to those things as well. So these are all things that you have to think about in your layout. And then really next big component of the build is wiring all the electrical. So knowing that the base camp needs a 12 volt, the fridge needs a 12 volt, the toilet, we could put a fan on it, that would need a 12 volt. Then we need the 120 lines that are going to run things like the cooktop and other things like that. So you need to know where all your components are going to be so you can run all the lines behind the walls so it can look really nice, clean, seamless on the outside.
It's amazing to be able to tape everything down perfectly so you get a real good understanding of how it's going to be, and that way you could start to really think about the structural part of building it. Laying this out and taping it all down is so important to the process. This tape might move a couple times. What do you guys think? Do you think we made the perfect layout? Let us know in the comments below.
And be sure to subscribe because next week we are going to be doing our electrical.
Wish us luck.
We'll see you there.